This movie shows a lot of promise as it examines the relationship between a man and his artificially intelligent robot creations. An intriguing concept unfortunately gives way to muddled execution in this bittersweet science fiction drama that doubles as an ambitious cautionary tale about artificial intelligence. The future debut of writer director Gavin Rothery flashes some low-budget visual flair, although his deliberately paced screenplay turns predictable in the second half, which compromises the intended emotional impact. It is set in 2038, when genetics researcher George is isolated in a remote Japanese research facility, ostensibly working on an android prototype that can enable temporary reanimation of the deceased. Some technical issues coincide with his supervisors discovering his ulterior motives, which is to resurrect his deceased wife, jeopardizing his chance to complete the project. The movie gets credit for being a nimble little sci-fi thriller, but falters when it must present any conflict not buried in tired tropes. George is a mad scientist trying to resurrect the dead through science and technology, going through a variety of different alterations and simulations to create the perfect artificial intelligence match. Obviously, we have heard that one before. The director is skilled enough at creating a vacuum of isolation for George and his robots in the snowy mountainside. Unfortunately, that's not enough to help the movie to overcome its really low level of ingenuity and originality on display. So much so, by the time the second robot tries to sabotage the entire operation, it's not that really surprising. But the final sequence does suggest the movie was aiming for something bigger, and unfortunately, it fails. To say that the actual finale of this movie is a disappointment would be an understatement. It basically throws away the entirety of the movie's premise and promise for some cheap narrative trickery. It ultimately dismisses the ethical quandaries of this premise for a resolution that makes all of the story's concerns moot. Don't waste your time to watch this movie.